My practice area is labor and employment law. I'm working on a daily basis with clients, trying to advise them in a whole spectrum of subjects that they're struggling with. Many of these are very small organizations that do not have a substantial infrastructure, such as a human resources department. However, a number of them are quite sophisticated. Some of them are governmental agencies. And so what we have to do is we have to be sure that they're aware not of where the law was 2 years ago, maybe the last time they dealt with an issue, but where the law is now. One of the things that I find interesting, challenging about labor and employment law is it is an evolving practice area. I've been involved in one way or another for over 40 years, and it has changed constantly, and it will continue to change as we move forward. That's hard on clients, and it's our job to work with them to try and make sure they understand those changes and incorporate them into their decisions. The most rewarding part of my practice for me is working with clients when they have to make difficult decisions. I enjoy working with the individuals. It's in many industries. They come with a lot of skill sets, but usually understanding labor and employment law is not a part of their skill sets. I see it as a need to get to them, to be responsive to them in a timeliness manner, to listen to their issue, because not every case is cookie cutter and you need to understand the nuances. Then to give them advice that is, to use the phrase, straight down the middle. That does not try and shade it in a way I think maybe they want to hear. Sometimes it's important for them to hear from me that there is a problem with what they're thinking of doing. And often I don't think that's a surprise to them. I think sometimes they're already foreseeing that. They just want to bounce it off someone who's got a little more experience in an area to see whether or not they get the green light or the red light. And then, frankly, making sure once they have that, they understand it's a business decision that they have to make. Service to the community is something that I think is important for everyone, not just attorneys. And one of the things I recognized early in my career is not every firm takes that seriously. And some firms that claim they do don't, in fact, take it seriously. I've been fortunate here to have worked with individuals who have committed themselves to the community, to the Bar Association. For me, that's been a substantial part of my practice, my experience over the last 30 years. Two things that I am particularly proud of is the opportunity to work with the Maryland State Bar Association Committee on Laws. This is a committee that meets in the winter months. It is comprised of judges, district court, circuit court, appellate court judges, and attorneys with certain practice areas, addressing issues of legislation and their relevance to the State Bar Association. That has been very intellectually stimulating and challenging and rewarding, and I have enjoyed it immensely. Secondly, I've had a great opportunity to work with an organization called the Maryland School for the Blind. My relationship began with them in the early 80s and has continued to evolve, first as counsel and then as a member of their board of trustees, now coming back to the board. These are young men and women who are really benefited by the service that the people at the Maryland School for the Blind provide. And being able to see that, being able to help in a small way on the board has been a very rewarding experience for me.